up, dudes? Remember we were talking about that speed change and we were like, this isn't gonna do anything. And then everyone got real mad and they were like, Jager mains! I swear, man, all you gotta do is put my name, just put Gregor and then Jager in the same sentence, and it's gonna get at least like 10% of people currently living like pissed. I don't know why. I don't know why this happened. Anyway, we're taking a look at mid-season patch notes for July 2020. Ace and Melusi finally have data that we can look at. I'm really excited. Are you excited? Buffs to Gridlock, Fuze. Fuck, it's Oryx. Oryx is the third one. So Oryx, Fuze, Gridlock. And I'm recording with a different shirt because I'm recording this on a different day than the first recording. Here is the sacred win delta chart for the attackers this season. And here it is for the defenders. We already had a little bit about the Jager pick rate. Let's talk about Ace, huh? Here's Thermite. Here's Maverick. Here's Hibana. How'd that happen? So yeah, Ace is the best performing hard breacher right now. Not by a lot. Like, he just edges out Hibana here. And even Blackbeard. Apparently Blackbeard's the best attacker in the game. Who would have thought that, huh?
Statuary door.
On me.
No, he's
Come on.
God! Friendly remaining.
Are you born?
25!
Planting. 10 seconds.
He's sticking out.
5 seconds left. Bomb left.
Basically, all I'm saying is, delete Blackbeard. I won't complain. Buck seems to be having a hard time ever since he lost his frag grenades. I don't know what to do for him, bro. Even Callie. Oh no. No. Callie has a higher win delta. Oh, oh no. At least Buck doesn't have it as bad as Fuze or Glaz. Wow. That's really bad. We got the Fuze buff coming, so I don't really know what they're gonna do to Glaz. I just PB2000. That's how you do it. That's how you fix it. These are some interesting values here to talk about with Zoph and Ash. Once we get into the Jager part of this video that everyone's gonna love, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about this. But overall, this honestly seems like a pretty healthy distribution curve. It is skewed a little bit to the bottom because Fuze and Glaz suck so bad, but I honestly expected Ace to be a little bit higher. I'm not surprised that he has the highest win delta out of all the hard breachers. You know, I think the reasons for that are pretty obvious. But I think with the attacker meta right now, if Ubisoft wants to make this a little bit more normal looking, I think they need to address Fuze and Glaz. Like if we're drawing a curve on the attacker delta graph, it'll look pretty normal, right? It'll look kind of like that. And then here it looks like that's a bit of a problem. Unsurprisingly, Melusi is very powerful. So is Rook apparently. Do we need to nerf Rook? Now I used to be in the camp of who the fuck cares about pick rate as long as he's not up here somewhere. What's the issue? You know, he's clearly not skewing the meta in any kind of way. I don't think Jager is skewing the meta in any kind of way. I think Jager is a symptom of a problem in how the game is built, if you want to call it a problem. Because if we go back to the attacker delta chart, who's at the top of the pick rate there? 2 disabling attackers. So we got Zoph and Ash with 2 pieces of disabling utility to themselves. We have Ace with smoke grenades, and we have Sledge with frag grenades. And there's so much bulletproof stuff we keep adding to the game. We just added more bulletproof utility with Melusi. A couple patches ago, we added Goyo. Like, we just keep adding... Wamai has a deployable shield, and he synergizes with his deployable shield really well because he can basically protect his own piece of utility by himself. It makes perfect sense why Jager's pick rate is high. You know, I think that characterizing Jager's pick as just, oh, people just only pick him for the gun. No. Like, he could have an MP5 and he'd still get picked. We're gonna make a how to nerf Jager video. We're gonna make a video on talking about this a little more in detail for sure. And everybody needs to stop with the whole like, oh, well, mine's just better than Jager, or oh, well, mine's just worse than Jager. They do different things. They're not used for the same reason. Wamai's better at anchoring because he has a deployable shield and he can throw his gadget from wherever he wants safely, and he can conceal it. That's the other thing. They can stick to any surface. Jager's ADSs can only stick to walls within a certain kind of set area around them. Wamai can throw them wherever he wants. Jager can't counter Capitao. Capitao is pretty much a must-bring on, let's say, Consulate Yellow Stairs. So if you're holding the top floor on Consulate, you really need Yellow Stairs control as a defender. And Capitao is a great operator to flush people out of Yellow Stairs. Well, Jager already, I mean, like, he's still a good pick on Yellow Stairs, but I would argue in a lot of situations, if you can anticipate a Capitao pick, Wamai is better because his frisbees catch the Capitao bolt. And then put these two operators on the same team, like, it's pretty much the Wamai Jager meta now. Like, these two operators together are like peanut butter and jelly, man. It's so difficult to get rid of defender utility with these two guys up. So if you're an attacker, you're going to bring a Zoph and an Ashe and somebody with frag grenades. There's so much gadget interaction, like back and forth in the game now, as opposed to like year one, season one. Thatcher bans are pretty much constant. I've had entire streams nowadays where I don't get to play Thatcher once. As a Thatcher main, this is really annoying, but it gives me more of a reason to play Habana, so I guess it's not terrible. Everyone's starting to figure out why Thatcher is a good operator now. But for some reason, a lot of you guys are banning Thatcher and you don't know how to play around it. And it's really fucking annoying. You need like the team coordination and the map knowledge to play around a Thatcher ban. That's the difference between stacks that know the map and don't know the map, basically. Everybody is tired of dealing with Melusi. Everyone's tired of dealing with Echo. Of course, they had the whole weird Echo glitch that was going on when the patch dropped, so I'm sure that data might be skewed a little bit. What do we do with Mira, bro? What do we do? Like, let's go look at her win delta real quick. Where's she at? She's not terrible. Like, she's fine by the looks of it. I think at high elo, people just realize that, like, if you're playing on Coastline and you're on attack first, yeah, you're gonna ban Mira. Like, there's just some maps where Mira is just so freaking good that you gotta do it. You gotta do it. And that is certainly affecting her pick rate here, that very, very high ban rate. And even with Melusi, with her really high ban rate, I'm sure that's affected her pick rate even a little bit more. Even though Melusi is banned a lot, look at her presence. But for some reason, Jager's ban rate is really low. Guys, listen to Zoronic, okay? Jager bans work. Like, in ranked, it's a great ban. In comp, not so much because, well, even then in comp, I mean, if you're doing like a go for, you can get away with it. We did it in a go for last week. Like, the reason that I don't think you see Jager bans as much in professional play is because in professional play, those bans are usually done to counter strats. And the team has already done their research and they've done their homework ahead of time going into the game. And they're countering a specific aspect of a strat that they know that the other team is going to use. They're going to counter a way that the team is manipulating the map in a certain way to make it easier for them. Jager doesn't really manipulate the map. He just kind of makes it easier for his friends to keep their utility up. If you know that the enemy team is going to be using an echo-focused strategy to deny the plant, why would you screw around with banning Jager and then still have to deal with the Echo anyway, right? Let's get into the operator buffs. Fuze is getting 4 cluster charges. That's not gonna do anything. That's not doing anything to this. Like, it'll move him just a little. That's my prediction. Not a lot. Gridlock is getting a little bit of a quality of life improvement. She's already in a good place, in my opinion. I didn't really get the point in this one, but I'm not going to complain about it because she's not particularly overpowered anyway, as it is. As you can see, increased general track stingers deployment speed and decreased individual caltrips deployment time. Added small delay before track stingers start deploying. So she's going to throw it, and then it'll sit for a hot second, and then it'll deploy a little bit faster than it usually would. Oryx is getting some quality of life improvements with his dashing ability. So now when you dash through the wall, it's not gonna completely reset your cooldowns on the dashes. Just a little tweak. You know, I'm glad that they're looking at Oryx and not just leaving him alone, because when he first came out, he was kind of like, what's the point in this character? But now he seems to be like a fun ranked operator more and more, and I think that's okay. And they have some weird statistics to talk about how since Amaru got buffed, her KD following the use of her gadget went up naturally because she's not telegraphing what she's doing as obviously. They get really specific with this one, so I'll let you guys just read that for yourselves. Oryx responded well to the addition of an angled grip, although a lot of people don't really use it. I use it. I don't know why you wouldn't use it, personally. Ever since Kali got Clash's SMG, her kills have been going up, which shouldn't surprise anybody. One suggestion with Kali that I think we should be talking about, you know, we need to do more with the gadget to make her more viable as a Thatcher alternative. And I think one thing that Kali could be used as, increase her disabling effects a little bit more, because the attackers really don't have a lot of options. As we can see, the main options are Zoph, Ashe, Sledge. That's kind of it. What if Kali could use her lance to pop out mirror windows? You would have to deal with Wamai. If you brought a Wamai, then he could protect the mirror window from the lances, and she doesn't get like a crap zillion of them, so I don't think it would be that bad. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. But these are the designer's notes for Year 5 Season 2.3. If you want to read them for yourself, go ahead and check out the link in the description. One other thing I want to talk about, give Castle something, man. That's just hard to look at. I'll see you guys in the next video. We're going to be redoing the Jager how-to, and then we're going to talk about how to deal with that whole problem. Okay? Thanks for watching. Deuces.